Okay, guys, so if you saw my previous video about the anti-theism slash atheism convention that was going to take place in Brighton, I think it was, and how this guy named Lance Gregorchuk, I finally found his last name, was saying some weird ass shit on David Worley's podcast. If you haven't seen that video, go back to my channel and watch that video first, because otherwise this video is probably not going to make any goddamn sense. But I think I mentioned Rachel Oates, Shannon Q, people like that, when I talked about David Worley's video clip of him talking to Lance. And Rachel Oates has been talking about this issue, and basically what we're about to watch is John Richards' response, which John Richards is another one of the organizers, I guess, of the convention. Or he's somehow like a leader of the convention, or somehow an organizer or whatever. I don't know. Maybe he's like the main organizer, but like just he's something like that, I think. And this is his response to Rachel Oates when she, rightfully so, expressed her fear of going to a convention like that when there's no safeguards put into place against these kind of sexual assault situations that could happen. So she was just wanting him to make some kind of something. She just wanted him to do something about that. I think he's pulled Lance from the convention, which is great, but I don't know exactly, because he worded it a certain way, which I'm not sure where that's at. I need to pull that up later in this video for you guys, but I think he pulled Lance from it, which is great. But then he is about to say this crap right here, and it's just, this mixed with the written statement is like something else. Well, I'll let you guys look.
Hi, Rachel. I haven't seen your emails, so that's why I haven't responded to them. I don't know.
Wait, do you hear that? Like, do you hear that in the background? It sounds like a female voice in the background, like on a video. Hold on.
But I've discovered on your YouTube site that you would like a response for me, so here it is.
Yeah, there's a video playing in the background of his video while he's recording. Dude. Why wouldn't you pause that video before you record a video, or wait till your kid is in a different room to record this? If I'm assuming it's his kid that's watching a video on an iPad or some shit in the background. What? Anyway, nitpicky.
I noticed that you have a teddy in shot, so I'd like to introduce...
It's just really distracting. Okay, we're just gonna keep going.
My daughter's cuddly pink pig. Say hello, Poppy.
Hello.
Can you take Poppy from me, please? Good girl.
What is this? What is this? Does he think Rachel is like 14 or something? Rachel's an adult.
Now, I would like people to feel safe, to feel that it's safe for them to attend the Anti-Theism International event being held in Brighton, England, on the first weekend of April next year. But they're not going to come if they fear getting molested, are they?
No.
So we need a safeguarding policy.
Yes, you do.
I remember safeguarding policies being introduced in schools before I retired, but that's some time ago and my recollection of the wording is non-existent. I need help.
Google's a thing.
I'm not an authority on safeguarding, nor am I an expert. I only have...
Oh my god, this guy. Dude, there's a thing called Google. You're on YouTube. You have a YouTube channel, which is part of Google. I think you know what Google is. So, pretty sure you know how to type in a search box. Sure hope so.
Opinions. Maybe you're an expert, or maybe you're an authority. I don't know. Or maybe you're an opinionated person like me. But it's not just the Anti-Theism International Convention, is it? I was a guest speaker at St Andrews University recently. I wasn't made aware of any safeguarding policy they may have, and I wasn't required to sign up to any standards of behavior. Afterwards, the students took me to a pub. It was full of people of all sorts. We just walked in. There was no acceptable behavior agreement check.
Okay, well, hold on. I'm trying to change the playback speed because he's so fucking slow. Let's try this.
Every one of us attends lots of events in lots of crowded places. Cinemas, theatres, ice rinks, zoos, theme parks, museums, football stadia, airports and railway stations. We do this in lots of different countries. I doubt that they all have safeguarding policies. This is a serious shortcoming. Perhaps a general safeguarding policy needs to be introduced internationally. Water. A list of permitted and prohibited behaviours would need to be compiled.
Okay, so he's going with the argument of, oh, looky here, no one else does it. No one else has safeguarding policies, so look at that, that's so dangerous. Like, he's like really being condescending to the utmost degree right now, and it's really transparent. Like, how... Is this another asshole? Did we detect another asshole? Could someone assist me? I think we detected another asshole. That just seems like sugary sweet on the outside. But probably fucking an asshole. Yeah. Let's see, he's already shown a stuffed pig to try to relate to Rachel as if she's 12. And he's shown his own kid on the video, you know, because he's really got, look, I've got a daughter. I would never condone this kind of behavior. I've got a daughter. He didn't say that, but we know why he'd be using his daughter in this video right now to get some points. You ain't got no points with me, buddy.
I'm old enough to remember when London buses had a sign that said no spitting. If we're going to police this, the lists would need to be very specific. The law doesn't handle grey areas very well. Should it be no touching at all? Or no touching particular parts of the body? Or no touching unless previously agreed in speech? Would that discriminate against the deaf?
Would that discriminate against the deaf? What the fuck? This guy is trolling. He is being an asshole, and he's trolling. It's really obvious, and it's really not helping the conversation at all. This is really not helping the conversation at all. I'm not an expert on safeguards either, but Google's a thing, and even though I'm not an expert at all, like at the bare bone minimum, could you not at least have a paragraph of text in your, you know, I don't know if there's going to be a program for the event, you know, where you have like a piece of paper to look at and read about the speakers, read about, you know, the schedule of the event, whatever, like hard copy piece of paper that has the schedule of the event. Could you maybe have some kind of paragraph talking about consent or sexual harassment on there? Like sexual assault, whatever. Couldn't you just have like a little paragraph about it on there at the very least? Not that that's going to do, you know, not that that's going to protect everybody magically, but like maybe that could be like step one. But I'm not an expert and I don't know. I'm sure there's better things you can do, and that's what Google's for. Maybe you could have different people like at different posts around the event. Like say you have, I don't know if you want to call them ushers or doormen. You could have people posted here and there that are in some kind of uniform, whether they're security guards and they're in security guard uniforms, whatever the fuck. And maybe you already do that. But just like maybe you could have people like that people could go to if something happens to them and they need someone to talk to and they need someone to bring the attention to it right away. I don't know, those are just like 2 out of probably several possibilities just off the top of my head. Like, and I am not like a genius by any stretch of the imagination, and those 2 things came up off the top of my head. But I would say probably consult with experts, because there are experts out there that you could probably talk to about this stuff. And I think a great thing to do is to have a speaker that specifically comes in and talks about consent and sexual harassment, and specifically talks about sexual assault and things that you cannot do and that you should not be doing. And I want them up on the stage. I want them up on the stage talking about it. But they need to be an expert, okay, of some sort to be able to talk about it. Or at least be someone who's gone through something. I don't know. Like, these are just me spitballing ideas. It's more than you had before, right? It's more than, because you claim like you don't know what to do. I just don't even know how to start. I don't even know where to start. Rachel, I need your help. Well, here you go. Here's some advice from some chick on the internet with purple hair who didn't even Google it yet and already has more ideas than you. So surely with your big brain, you could go to Google and you could come up with better ideas than what I just said. Surely. I have faith in you. You like that? I have faith in you. That phrase. But could you just not be condescending? Let's see.
Maybe consent should be in writing. There's potentially a fortune to be made by lawyers here. And a list of venues to which these rules apply would need to be drawn up. Should we include restaurants, cafes, mobile sandwich vans? Probably not. They don't have premises. But as I said, I don't know.
Dude, it doesn't fucking matter what anybody else's event or anybody else's place of business does. We're talking to you and your event, and the reason for all of this, remember, to begin with, is that Lawrence Krauss was accused of things, and he's speaking at your event last time I checked. Now, maybe that's changed since now. Like, maybe it's changed since then. Maybe he's not speaking at the event anymore. I don't know. But this is how it all started, and you know that. You know that's how this started. I want to know, did he expect people to just, like, not talk about the whole Lawrence Krauss thing at all? Like, did he just expect people to not be like, I wonder if it's okay that we're platforming somebody who's accused of this stuff? You know, which is just a question thrown out there, right? And then Lance fucks that answer up, and now John here, Johnny boy here, is fucking this up. Shit show.
Someone to lead a campaign to bring about these changes to society. How about you, Rachel? I can give you a platform at the Anti-Theism International Convention to start you off. At the very least, please give me some help with the safeguarding policy for the Anti-Theism International Convention. Thank you.
Really? That's how he ends it. I'm at a loss. This is not a good response. And let's see. See if I can find his statement. John Richards, Lance Gregorchuk statement. Anti-Theism Conference. Did I say convention? I think I meant conference. Oh, I spelled Gregorchuk wrong. Okay. So, let me pull this beesh up right here. Let's pull this up. All right. This is what John Richards, the same guy we just watched in a video, replied 9 days ago. So, before the video. Wait, was it? Yeah. Yeah. So his first response is this text underneath Hemant Mehta's blog post about the situation. Remember, this is the guy we just saw in the video with the stuffed pig, okay? Hi guys, it's John Richards here. I'm the organizer of the Anti-Theism International Convention. I hope you might be willing to hear what I've got to say about this subject. Firstly, I've sacked Lance Gregorchuk. Secondly, I have school-age daughters, and I do not want them to be sexually, physically, or mentally abused or in any way treated badly. Neither with a capital I? Neither do I want them to think they can get away with making false accusations in future. I love them. Wait. Neither do I want them to think they can get away with making false accusations? Why is he even putting that in there? Is he trying to accuse someone of false accusations? Is he trying to insinuate something there? Because that's fucked up, and it's super rare for people to falsely accuse someone of sexual assault, by the way. Like, you guys should definitely look up that statistic online, because it's super low. In fact, there are a ton more people who don't actually come forward with their sexual assault accusations than are actually... Oh my god. I'm getting heated on the inside. I'm trying to hold it in. There are a lot of people who never, ever go to the police and say, hey, this happened to me, because they're too scared, because they don't know how to prove it, because they just don't want the backlash from it, and they just want to move on, and they're scared. So they don't speak up. There's so many more of them than there are of the women who are falsely accusing, or women or men who are false accusers, okay? So let's just stop bringing that up, because it's such a dumb... there's a fallacy there somewhere, let's put it that way. Thirdly, I do not want the Anti-Theism Convention to be taken over by issues associated with the current social turbulence regarding what should be considered to be appropriate sexual behavior for the 21st century. What? That sentence is like a shit show. I'm not sure... I'm not sure what he's trying to go on about there, but pretty sure consent is something that was always important, and just because people were more shitty in the past doesn't change the fact that consent was still something that was important and people should have listened to. Just because they didn't listen to it doesn't... Anyway. I recognize that social media has enabled a sudden change in attitudes towards what should be considered acceptable sexual behavior today. And I understand that older men are having difficulty adjusting to the new standards, especially as these standards seem to be applicable retrospectively. What? No. I am sick of this argument. And it's not just men who talk about this. Like, there are some older women that I know, older ladies, okay, that go, well, when I was a young woman, this shit happened to us all the time. Well, they didn't say shit. This stuff happened to us all the time, and we were just expected to keep our mouths shut, and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, that's bad. That's fucked up. And then they act like the stuff that, women of today complain about, like it's not a big deal. And it's like, no, it's all bad. Just because it was more rampant back then than it is now doesn't make anything that happens now less bad. And that we should just not talk about it. That just perpetuates the problem. You should talk about this shit. You definitely should talk about consent. Okay. Anyway, here's my personal position, he says. I do not approve of using male strength to impose activities on unwilling women. I do not approve of psychological torments being used to force women into submission, and I do not approve of the trafficking of teenage girls for sex. All sexual activities should be by consent. I'm a retired science teacher who can't stop teaching science, and although I do work for Atheist Alliance International, this event is not being produced under their auspices. The Anti-Theism International Convention has no connection with David Silverman, and we have invited Lawrence Krauss for his knowledge and experience, not for his proclivities, whatever they may be alleged to be. His wife will be accompanying him to the event. Disappointing. Disappointing that he thinks that makes it okay, but okay. Ask yourselves, why should the Anti-Theism International Convention be derailed by a separate, unconnected issue? It doesn't have to be derailed if you fucking do something. We're glad that you've sacked Lance, but dude, like, first of all, you need to be more specific with what you mean by sacked. Like, is he completely disconnected now? Is he reaping any benefit from this event at all? Because that's fucked up. We don't want that. And we want to know more about that, first of all. But second of all, it doesn't have to be derailed if you just take steps that you need to take to safeguard you basically just think of it as you're trying to make the space feel safer for all, okay? That's all you need to do. Just make the space feel safer for all. And honestly, I don't think Lawrence Krauss should be there, but that's my personal opinion. I mean, I think that if he wasn't even at this convention, none of this shit would have even happened, right? Which, I mean, to be fair, now we know Lance is an asshole, so I mean, it's good to know, but like, I don't know. This is not a convention about sexual behavior. It's about how we should address the question of the harm caused by faith. The issue at stake here are the harm being done by the imposition of religious doctrines on government, education, and society at large. I believe we need to challenge the undeserved respect and control traditionally given to religious authorities who do not blah, 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 blah. And he just goes into, like, his issue with religion, which is, okay, whatever. But that's not really related to this. We know what the conference or the convention is about. We don't have an issue with it being about anti-religion or anti-theism or atheism or whatever the fuck. We don't care about that. What we care about is it a place where people can feel safe, where women can feel safe, where men can feel safe? Because so far it doesn't seem like it. It seems like you are downplaying it. It seems like you are mocking it. It seems like you are not taking this seriously, quite frankly. You had a stuffed pig in your video, and you start off talking about how you don't want your daughters to falsely accuse people. You're not taking this seriously. Anyway, if you wanna see his full statement and you wanna see his video, well, you saw his video, but if you wanna see his full statement, I can link that in the description separately. But anyway, those are my thoughts on this. It's a shit show. Why are these guys so bad at, like, PR or whatever? Why are they so bad at handling these situations? Like, it just blows my mind. It blows my fucking mind. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment and subscribe. I really need it. I am a small baby channel. I'm just starting out, and I would love to hear from you guys. I want to know your comments on the situation. Does this make you feel any safer to go to this convention? I know it doesn't make me feel any safer. Good thing I'm not planning on going out anyways. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye.